Are you doing everything right, eating clean, cutting out red meat, sipping herbal teas, yet still watching your creatinine creep higher? If your GFR keeps dropping and no doctor can explain why, please know this: you're not alone. That slow, silent decline feels terrifying, especially when you're fighting so hard to protect your kidneys. But here's what most people never hear: there are 5 humble grains, proven by science, not fads or guesswork, that can make a real difference. These grains don't just support kidney health, they shield your kidneys long before serious damage even sets in. One of them acts like a natural filter, catching waste in your gut before it ever burdens your blood. Another holds compounds so powerful, drug companies spend millions trying to copy them, but nature already made them better. Let me share a story with you. Margaret, a 68-year-old grandmother, saw her creatinine jump from 1.9 to 2.7 in just 8 months. Her nephrologist was already talking dialysis. But when we swapped her instant oatmeal for properly prepared steel-cut oats using the exact method I'll show you, everything changed. In just 12 weeks, her creatinine dropped to 2.2, and her GFR climbed from 28 to 34. Even her doctor was stunned until he saw her food diary. This is the part no one tells you: it's not only about avoiding the wrong foods. The right grains can actually serve as your kidney's first line of defense. They intercept toxins and waste before they ever touch your bloodstream, easing the load on your kidneys and giving them the space they need to heal, not just hang on. Number 1. Steel-cut oats. Let's start with the first grain on our list: steel-cut oats. Not because they're trendy or fashionable, but because they actually lighten your kidney's workload before the damage even begins. Here's how it works: steel-cut oats are packed with soluble fiber, which acts like a sponge in your gut. That fiber binds to nitrogen-based waste, cholesterol, and excess glucose, all the stuff that would normally travel into your bloodstream and end up in your kidneys. By catching it early, oats take some of that burden off your kidneys. That's not a theory, it's exactly how fiber works inside your body. And there's more. Oats are one of the few foods that naturally contain avenanthramides, powerful antioxidants that calm inflammation and protect your glomeruli, the delicate filters that keep your blood clean. Less inflammation means less scarring, lower pressure inside your kidneys, and a better shot at preserving your GFR. But here's something most people miss: not all oats are created equal. Those little instant oatmeal packets? They're loaded with sugar and sodium, exactly what your kidneys don't need. If that's your daily breakfast, you could be doing more harm than good. What you really want are steel-cut oats, or at the very least, plain rolled oats. Slow-cooked, unflavored, and unsalted. A single cup of cooked steel-cut oats gives you around 4 grams of soluble fiber, enough to start lowering cholesterol, steadying blood sugar, and reducing the waste that would otherwise reach your kidneys. There's also a hidden benefit: oats keep your digestion moving. That might not sound kidney-related, but it is. When waste gets stuck in your gut, your kidneys have to pick up the slack. By keeping things regular, oats keep that toxic load from ever landing on your kidneys in the first place. How should you eat them? Keep it simple. Cook your oats in water, not milk. Dairy adds phosphorus and protein your kidneys don't need. Skip the sugar. Instead, use warming spices like cinnamon or cardamom. If you want a touch of sweetness, add a few berries, never bananas, and definitely no syrup. For healthy fat, drizzle a little extra virgin olive oil instead of butter. The real magic is in consistency. Aim for steel-cut oats 3 or 4 mornings a week. Mornings are the perfect time because your body's coming off a fast and your glucose levels are easier to stabilize. Stable glucose means lower insulin, less inflammation, and ultimately less pressure on your kidneys. I'll give you a real example. Robert, a 59-year-old retired electrician, thought he was doing the right thing with instant oatmeal every morning. But those packets had nearly 400 milligrams of sodium each, plus artificial additives that fueled inflammation. When we switched him to plain steel-cut oats with cinnamon and a drizzle of olive oil, his morning blood pressure dropped by 15 points in just 6 weeks and his energy came roaring back. Pro tip: soak your oats overnight in filtered water, then cook them slowly for 20 to 25 minutes. This makes them softer, more digestible, and maximizes the release of their fiber compounds. Never add salt during cooking, and avoid pre-sweetened toppings that undo all the benefits. Steel-cut oats aren't just breakfast, they're a way of giving your kidneys the breathing room they desperately need. Number 2, buckwheat. When kidney function starts to slip, even healthy foods can sometimes feel risky. That's where buckwheat quietly shines. Despite its name, it's not wheat at all and it's completely gluten-free. What makes it so special for kidney health is this: buckwheat is naturally low in absorbable phosphorus and potassium, making it one of the safest grains even when your diet feels like it's shrinking with restrictions. But here's the real beauty of buckwheat: it gives your kidneys more than it takes. It's rich in fiber, rutin, and magnesium, a trio your body desperately needs. Fiber keeps your gut moving and sweeps out waste before your kidneys ever see it. Magnesium helps relax blood vessels, lowering the blood pressure spikes that silently scar kidney filters over time. And rutin, a rare compound found in buckwheat, strengthens tiny blood vessels and reduces inflammation in the capillaries, including those surrounding your glomeruli. That's protection from the inside out. Buckwheat is also gentle on blood sugar. With a moderate glycemic load, it won't send your glucose soaring. That's huge for your kidneys, because every sugar spike comes with a surge of insulin, and insulin overload drives inflammation, uric acid, and arterial hardening. Buckwheat keeps that storm from starting in the first place. How to prepare it: choose whole buckwheat groats, not the heavily processed versions. Rinse them well, then cook in clean filtered water. Add a pinch of turmeric or ginger for extra anti-inflammatory power. Skip the salty broths and pre-seasoned mixes, they often hide phosphorus additives that undo all the good. Portion-wise, aim for half to 1 cup cooked, 2 to 3 times per week. Use it in place of white rice. Toss it with fresh herbs, olive oil, and lemon for a light salad, or toast it gently in a dry pan before cooking to bring out its nutty flavor without the unhealthy additives in pre-roasted kasha. You can even add a bay leaf or a pinch of cumin while it cooks to ease digestion and reduce gas. And here's something people often overlook: buckwheat protein is plant-based and highly bioavailable. That means it nourishes your muscles without straining your kidneys the way animal proteins can. It's not just a grain, it's safer fuel when protein limits matter but strength still counts. That's the quiet strength of buckwheat. It doesn't just fit into a kidney-safe diet, it gives your body the resilience to keep going. Number 3, pearl barley. Barley doesn't get the spotlight it deserves in kidney care. It's not flashy or trendy, but it quietly does something most diets miss: it takes care of your gut. And when your gut is healthy, your kidneys breathe easier. What makes barley different is its dual fiber profile, both soluble and insoluble fiber working together. The soluble fiber feeds your healthy gut bacteria and binds to uremic toxins in your digestive tract so they never make it into your bloodstream. The insoluble fiber keeps things moving smoothly, preventing constipation and ensuring waste leaves your body the way it should. That's less garbage for your kidneys to filter, which means less strain day after day. But it doesn't stop there. A thriving gut microbiome produces short-chain fatty acids that lower inflammation, stabilize immunity, support blood pressure, and even help with glucose control. All of that ties directly back to protecting your GFR. On the flip side, when your gut bacteria are out of balance, toxins leak into your bloodstream, inflaming your kidneys and accelerating damage. Barley helps tip that balance back in your favor. Choosing the right barley matters. Go for whole or pearl barley, not instant packets or prepackaged soups. Those are often sodium bombs laced with preservatives that quietly drive blood pressure up and put extra strain on already fragile kidneys. How to use it: soak barley overnight, then cook it in extra water, like pasta. Once tender, rinse it well. This step lowers residual phosphorus and makes it easier to digest. Aim for about half a cup of cooked barley, 3 to 4 times a week. Flavor-wise, barley is wonderfully versatile. Toss it into a light soup with parsley and turmeric, pair it with sautéed kidney-safe vegetables, or chill it in a fresh salad with lemon and olive oil. For comfort food, mash it into a creamy base that feels like risotto without the butter or salty stock. And don't overlook barley water. Simmer barley in plenty of water, then strain. The clear liquid makes a soothing, nutrient-rich drink that hydrates without overloading your kidneys. Just keep it unsalted and unsweetened. Barley also offers a hidden bonus: natural phytosterols that gently lower cholesterol. For kidneys already struggling with filtration, reducing cholesterol lightens the load on blood vessels and protects the delicate glomeruli. Barley might not seem glamorous, but it gives your kidneys exactly what they need: relief, balance, and a little more breathing room. Number 4, brown rice. Rice is where many people freeze. If you're living with kidney issues, you've probably been told brown rice is off limits: too much phosphorus, too much risk. But here's the truth: that warning only tells half the story. The phosphorus in brown rice is different. It's bound to phytates, and your body doesn't absorb it well. That means, unlike the phosphorus in meat or dairy, which hits your kidneys hard, most of the phosphorus in brown rice simply passes through. With the right preparation and smart portions, brown rice can be part of a kidney-friendly diet. Here's how to make it work for you. Soak the rice for a few hours before cooking. Then boil it in plenty of water and drain it just like pasta. This simple step washes away surface phosphorus and lowers potassium, while softening the grains so they're easier to digest. Keep your serving to about half a cup cooked per meal. That's enough to give you steady energy, balanced blood sugar, and room on your plate for the vegetables and healthy fats your kidneys love. But brown rice offers more than just fiber. It's a natural source of magnesium, B vitamins, and slow-digesting carbs that keep you satisfied longer. That's especially helpful if you're trying to avoid the kind of snacking that drives inflammation and sugar spikes. A common mistake to avoid: don't cook brown rice with salty broths or soy sauce. Those extras quietly overload your kidneys with sodium and harmful additives. Instead, keep it simple. Pair your rice with colorful, low-potassium veggies like zucchini, bell peppers, or cauliflower. Brighten it up with fresh herbs, a squeeze of lemon, and a teaspoon of olive oil for healthy fat. You'll get flavor and satisfaction without the hidden damage. If you want to go a step further, try pressure cooking. This breaks down more phytates while preserving the fiber, making the rice gentler on digestion and easier on blood sugar. For extra kidney support, cook it with spices like coriander, bay leaf, or fresh ginger. Not only do they boost flavor, but they also support circulation and help prevent bloating, important if you're on a low-sodium diet. The bottom line? Brown rice doesn't have to be the enemy. When prepared the right way, it can be a steady, nourishing fuel, one that supports your body instead of burdening your kidneys. Number 4. Brown rice. Rice is where many people freeze. If you're living with kidney issues, you've probably been told brown rice is off limits, too much phosphorus, too much risk. But here's the truth, that warning only tells half the story. The phosphorus in brown rice is different. It's bound to phytates, and your body doesn't absorb it well. That means, unlike the phosphorus in meat or dairy which hits your kidneys hard, most of the phosphorus in brown rice simply passes through. With the right preparation and smart portions, brown rice can be part of a kidney-friendly diet. Here's how to make it work for you. Soak the rice for a few hours before cooking. Then boil it in plenty of water and drain it just like pasta. This simple step washes away surface phosphorus and lowers potassium, while softening the grains so they're easier to digest. Keep your serving to about half a cup cooked per meal. That's enough to give you steady energy, balanced blood sugar, and room on your plate for the vegetables and healthy fats your kidneys love. But brown rice offers more than just fiber. It's a natural source of magnesium, B vitamins, and slow-digesting carbs that keep you satisfied longer. That's especially helpful if you're trying to avoid the kind of snacking that drives inflammation and sugar spikes. A common mistake to avoid: don't cook brown rice with salty broths or soy sauce. Those extras quietly overload your kidneys with sodium and harmful additives. Instead, keep it simple. Pair your rice with colorful, low-potassium veggies like zucchini, bell peppers, or cauliflower. Brighten it up with fresh herbs, a squeeze of lemon, and a teaspoon of olive oil for healthy fat. You'll get flavor and satisfaction without the hidden damage. If you want to go a step further, try pressure cooking. This breaks down more phytates while preserving the fiber, making the rice gentler on digestion and easier on blood sugar. For extra kidney support, cook it with spices like coriander, bay leaf, or fresh ginger. Not only do they boost flavor, but they also support circulation and help prevent bloating, important if you're on a low-sodium diet. The bottom line? Brown rice doesn't have to be the enemy. When prepared the right way, it can be a steady, nourishing fuel, one that supports your body instead of burdening your kidneys. Let's talk about how to actually use bulgur. One of bulgur's best gifts is its convenience. The standard variety, not the fine-ground type, is ready in just 10 to 12 minutes. All you do is combine 1 part bulgur with 2 parts boiling water, cover it, and let it rest until fluffy. No long boiling, no draining, just simple, no-stress cooking. Perfect for days when your energy is low or time is tight. There's just one catch: skip the boxed pilaf mixes. Those packets often come loaded with sodium and artificial seasonings that drive blood pressure up and make your kidneys work harder. Instead, keep it plain and let fresh ingredients bring it to life. A handful of chopped parsley, a squeeze of lemon, and a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil transform it into something bright, healing, and kidney-safe. Each of those add-ins pulls its weight, too. Lemon gently supports digestion and helps alkalize. Parsley promotes mineral balance. Olive oil protects fragile kidney tissue from oxidative stress. Keep your serving size to about half a cup cooked per meal. That's enough to enjoy all the fiber benefits without overwhelming your carb load. Another reason bulgur works so well is its low dietary acid load. Acid-forming foods like animal protein, processed snacks, and sugary carbs place a hidden strain on kidneys. Bulgur, on the other hand, leans alkaline, helping to ease that burden. Research shows that diets lower in acid actually slow GFR decline, a huge advantage for anyone trying to protect kidney function long-term. And don't overlook its texture. Light, fluffy, and easy to chew, bulgur is especially kind to older adults or anyone dealing with fatigue, appetite loss, or dental issues. The weekly rotation protocol. Each grain we've talked about plays its own role. Oats bind nitrogen waste and steady blood sugar. Buckwheat nourishes without overloading minerals. Barley feeds your gut and, in turn, supports your kidneys. Brown rice delivers clean energy with less phosphorus. Bulgur keeps digestion smooth and inflammation in check. When you rotate them, you create a rhythm that supports kidney health from every angle: filtration, blood pressure, inflammation, gut balance, and glucose control. Here's a simple plan to follow. Steel-cut oats, 3 to 4 times per week, ideally in the morning. Buckwheat, 2 to 3 times per week for lunch or early dinner. Pearl barley, 3 to 4 times per week in soups or salads. Brown rice, 2 to 3 times per week, paired with low-potassium veggies. Bulgur wheat, 2 to 3 times per week, especially on busy days when you need something quick. You don't need all 5 every day. Just pick 2 different grains daily, keeping portions to about half a cup cooked per meal. Pair them with high water, low potassium vegetables like cucumbers, cauliflower, bell peppers, or zucchini, and add healthy fats such as olive oil or a few slices of avocado. A sprinkle of herbs like parsley, cilantro, or turmeric gives an extra anti-inflammatory boost. And don't forget hydration. Unless your doctor has you on fluid restriction, sip water between meals. It helps fiber do its job and keeps waste moving out of your system gently. These 5 grains represent a foundation your kidneys can build on, not just survive on. They work quietly behind the scenes, intercepting waste, reducing inflammation, supporting circulation, and giving your kidneys the breathing room they need to heal instead of just cope. What grain are you most excited to try first? Your journey back to better kidney function starts with your very next meal.